What's up, guys? I just wanted to film a video about managing fear. I've kind of changed the way that I've viewed fear because I spent a lot of time talking to people about it, about how it's a controllable aspect of your life. But first, I'm going to take a break real quick to do something super American. I'm going to take this fancy American beer. And I'm going to attempt to work on this cold that's been plaguing me for 4 days by ingesting this fine medicine. Delicious. All right, so let's talk about fear in itself, because I've had some major changes in the way that I view fear. Because early on, when I was doing mindset training with people, I was really into mental strength, and I was really into teaching people to actually try and get rid of their fear, to completely remove it so it didn't exist. And I talked to two different coaches that are both very, very powerful and very well known. And they really changed my perspective on it. They said that it's far better to keep the fear and to use it as a gauge and as a way of being vulnerable, as a way of signaling when you have something in your life that's causing you hesitation. And it really blew my mind. So, some of the fears we have in business, fear of judgment, opening up and wondering what people are going to think about our programs, our coaching, our entrepreneurial aspects, fear of scrutiny, being criticized for our stuff, fear of wealth. A lot of people have never known wealth, and it's a weird concept for them. Fear of success, the idea of being in the spotlight. Fear of imposter syndrome, which means that you constantly are in doubt of your own abilities and you think that you aren't really where you need to be in business to be able to operate at the level you're operating at. Imposter syndrome is a big one. And so I got to thinking about it after I talked to these two coaches, and both of them laid out really good reasons for shifting my mindset. And so that's what I'm going to focus on from here on, is instead of completely removing fear, I'm going to teach people to identify it and then use it to move forward. It's almost like if somebody offered you the ability to get rid of pain, would you take it? And the answer should be no, because what does pain do? It teaches you when you've hit your limits. It teaches you when you're seriously injured, and it alerts you to dangerous situations. And fear is kind of a cousin of pain because it does the same things. Fear tells you when your natural reticence and your natural hesitancy kicks in. So really, you do need fear, but you don't have to be victimized by it, if that makes sense. So what I'd like to do, I talk to people on calls all the time, and I know which fear is eating away at them with every call. Body language I've gotten to the point where I've gotten pretty good at this. I can have a call with somebody for 20 minutes and know exactly which fear is plaguing them just by watching their facial expression and their nonverbal body language when they're describing certain parts of their program. And it's fascinating because at that point, I know which point they're having doubt and hesitation. So yeah, fear is not a bad thing. And one thing that I think would really help you guys, and I always like to teach something in my videos, so I'm not just rambling and drinking amazing beer, is that a good self-reflective exercise would be to get a piece of paper and then write down which of the fears rightfully create this reaction in you, create this uncertainty, this sense of unease, and then write down the why, and then write down, so you got the what, you got the why, and then you got the how of you can mitigate that or create a powerful statement that just neutralizes that fear right in its tracks. It's still good to have it. Keep the fear. It keeps you alive. But just don't let it paralyze you in business. Don't let it make you scared to talk to important people. Don't let it cripple your best performance that you're capable of. There's so many people out there that just give up because they're given to their fears and they're scared. Somebody could be sitting on the cure for cancer right now. Like, somebody could be sitting on amazing things that benefit mankind. But if they give in to one stupid person that's making fun of them, or some family member that wasn't supportive, everybody loses. So I'm just saying, examine your fear, embrace it, welcome it, isolate it, and then do your what, your why, and your how. That's all I got, guys. Dr. Rob is out. Have a good night.